Why do men live on average 6 years less? I was really curious about this, so I did some deep research, and what I'm about to share is very interesting. There are many possible explanations. Men usually work in riskier jobs, go to the doctor less often, smoke and drink more, and suffer more heart attacks and strokes.
But women, on the other hand, deal more with autoimmune conditions. However, those are mostly chronic and not usually fatal. Longevity difference between men and women. So why do women live longer? There's a specific gene called FOXO3, also known as the longevity gene. It plays a big role in extending life.
Women activate this gene more than men because they have estrogen, which stimulates its activity. But it is not just about hormones. There are several other ways to switch on this gene, and I'll share them with you. After all, who doesn't want to live longer? In some parts of the world, like Okinawa, Japan, and Sardinia, Italy, people activate this gene even more, and many of them live well beyond 100 years. What does the longevity gene do? It helps protect against cancer, promotes DNA repair, and boosts stress resistance, allowing the body to adapt better to its environment. The reason women express this gene more is tied to fertility. Nature has given the female reproductive system extra protection by developing survival-supporting mechanisms. How to activate the FOXO3 gene? Now let's look at what stimulates this gene and what shuts it down. Factors that boost FOXO3 activation: phytonutrients, astaxanthin, the pink pigment in salmon, shrimp, lobster, and some algae. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants, far stronger than vitamin C and E. Sulforaphane, found in broccoli, cabbage, and other cruciferous vegetables. Even people who eat grass-fed meat and raw dairy get these compounds indirectly, since animals consume the plants containing them. EGCG, a potent antioxidant in green tea with anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, and blood sugar balancing effects. Resveratrol, widely linked to longevity for its impact on this gene. 2. Cold and heat exposure. Alternating between extreme temperatures, such as cold plunges and sauna, activates this gene because the body is forced to adapt, just as humans did in the past. 3. Intermittent fasting. This is like a mini food deprivation, something our ancestors often faced during times of scarcity. 4. Ketosis, ketones. Running on fat for energy through a low-carb diet directly activates this gene. 5. Exercise, especially high-intensity interval training, HIIT. 6. Prolonged fasting. Going 48 to 72 hours, or even longer, without food has a much greater effect than short fasting. 7. Controlled oxidative stress. Training methods like hypoxia, low oxygen exposure, push the body to adapt, building resilience, stronger red blood cells, and endurance. 8. Sunlight, UV radiation also stimulates this gene. Staying indoors all the time prevents you from getting the full benefit. Factors that suppress FOXO3 activation. Excess insulin. Type 2 diabetes is a clear example. Chronic inflammation. Constant stress. Overeating, eating all the time. Lack of physical activity. Heavy metals such as mercury and aluminum. Electromagnetic fields, EMFs, from phones and electronic devices. Endocrine disruptors, pesticides, plastics, and other chemicals that mimic estrogen but in a harmful way. Instead of activating the gene, they shut it down. Now you can see why women generally live longer than men. But this doesn't mean men can't apply these strategies and achieve the same longevity.